Good morning everybody, Calm Biker here. Just recording my second vlog of this journey. The first one was my way home from work because I'd forgotten to take my shoes. And I've now got my shoes in this handy tank bag. Hooray! Quite pleased I got that tank bag now, otherwise I'd have had to have a backpack or I'm shoved down my top or something. So I've already used it. Hooray! And you can see it now in its kind of half form. I've not got the whole thing on now, so it's a lot smaller. A few people commented when I bought the tank bag that it was huge, and they were right, it was. I couldn't actually see the speed of when I had it on. So I've been home, I've got my shoes, I've printed out the passport photos, and now I'm on my way back to work. And I thought on my way back I'd just update you on another story that I actually started telling a while back. Where I was grumbling about insurance companies. Not the bike insurance company, but the car insurance. When I traded the car in and I changed the insurance with not very much time left to run, basically the insurance company made a cock-up. And although they charged me, and they actually overcharged me, they also wrote to me to tell me I hadn't paid and started trying to cancel my insurance and all that kind of stuff. I won't go into it all again because I've already done it once in the other video. But I thought I'd give you an update because it's all now resolved and my car insurance never got cancelled. Hooray! That would be a nightmare because that question is on that insurance questionnaire of have you ever had a policy refused or cancelled. That's on there forever. So it's one you don't want. It makes it awfully hard to do your online comparisons. Anyway, all resolved, and it worked out really well. So before my little story that I'm about to tell you, I had the money bit solved, so the overpayment that got resolved and I got a refund. So that bit was already solved, I think, by the last video. But I kept getting these messages and emails and letters and things saying that your insurance policy is going to be cancelled because you haven't paid. And I kept ringing them and they kept saying, oh yeah, we can see the payment, but it's not linked to the insurance for some reason. Anyway, after a few of those, I got a bit annoyed. And it was when it got to the point where there was a letter that said you've got 1 week left. We're going to cancel it in a week's time if you don't pay. So I followed a tip that a friend of mine told me. Now, this friend, very, very good friend, long friend, met him through a job I had many years ago as a developer, and he was there as a database guy, database designer and DBA type thing. If you're interested, it was for IBM DB2 and Oracle, and a bit of SQL Server. But yeah, you're probably not. That's rather niche. Now this guy got fed up of working with computers, and he now works, well I won't say where he works, but he works on the legal side of things. So he did a lot of legal training. He's also an author. And he's had a few books out that were kind of funny ones aimed at adults, but with not a huge distribution. But he's just recently released a kids book, so I'll give him a free plug. He's released a kids book. It's kind of like it's a bit Harry Pottery in that it's for kids. It's got magic in it and love interest and all that kind of stuff. But it's also a bit of kind of pieces of 8 in there. You know, the pirate type stuff. And it's called, well, there's a series, it's the Scabious Flintlock series, and I'm going to put a link somewhere on this to his website and what have you. But yeah, it's a good book. But anyway, that aside, so he's gone out of the computer side of things into the legal side, and he gave me some tips on how to deal with this type of thing. And the tip basically is, or the tips, write to them. Well, yep, no surprise there. But it's about pick who you're writing to and how you word the letter and all that kind of thing. So I went online and I looked up the CEO of the company, the insurance company. So I found the CEO's name. From there I could go online and find his email address. So I wrote a letter basically saying I was not satisfied and everything that had happened, and that I would be quite happy to contact the Ombudsman if this wasn't solved quickly, and if they cancel my insurance I'd be seeking compensation, all that kind of stuff. I copied the letter into an email. I emailed it to the CEO, I emailed it to the Chief Financial Officer, and I emailed it to the support desk, who were the actual point of contact but hadn't really been helping me so far. I then printed out the letter, so it was addressed to those 3 sets of people as well, CC'd in each case to the CFO and the CEO, just so that everybody knew who was getting a message, getting a letter, and then sat back and waited. And I sent it first class recorded post. So they've got to sign for it, so you know they've got it and they can't deny they've got it. So I did that, sat back and waited, and I didn't have to wait long, because the next day I got an email saying, thank you, we've got your letter, we're considering it now. And the following day, so I think I sent the letter on the Monday, and I got the reply on the Wednesday from the CEO, signed by the CEO, saying, yes, obviously this is terrible and we're going to get somebody to look into it, and please do all of your communications with that person in the future. And of course that's him trying to get rid of it to somebody else. And the answer to that is, yes, you do all your communication with the other person, and you CC it to the CEO every time as well, so that he can't claim he was out the loop at any point. Anyway, by the Friday I had another letter, and bearing in mind the Saturday was when the insurance was possibly going to be cancelled, and that letter said, we guarantee you your insurance will not be cancelled. If it is cancelled, any record of it being cancelled will be erased, so you will never have to answer the question as it was cancelled. In the end it wasn't. We're really sorry for this, glitch in the system, all that kind of usual rubbish, mistakes made, very, very sorry, and we hope you'll accept this cheque as a token of our goodwill. If you're not happy with this cheque, then please contact the Ombudsman and raise it with them. Now, they sent me a cheque for 50 quid. So I thought, that seems fair enough. My insurance is only about 100 anyway. So essentially I've paid for 6 months insurance and got a year. So I thought, not a bad deal. So I thought I'd let you know about that. But you know, it always pays to write a letter and to pick the right person to write it to. And the right person is always the person closest to the problem and the person with the most power in the business. Wait for me. So I shall do it again should I have any similar problems. And I'd suggest you do the same if you have anything. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.